America faces a critical vulnerability that most people never think about: rare earth elements. These aren't just exotic materials from a chemistry textbook. They're the building blocks of modern defense and industry. Without them, our most advanced military platforms like the F-35 fighter jet simply couldn't fly. Our precision weapons wouldn't work. And beyond defense, rare earths are absolutely essential to semiconductors, computers, and the entire automotive manufacturing sector. Yet right now, the United States is dangerously dependent on foreign sources for these vital materials. It's a strategic weakness we can no longer afford to ignore. So what's the solution? First, we need to recognize rare earth supply security as a top national priority. This isn't just an economic issue, it's a matter of national security. We need coordinated action across government and industry to address this vulnerability before it becomes a crisis. The good news is that solutions exist. We just need the political will and strategic focus to implement them. Let's start with something that should be obvious but isn't happening nearly enough: electronic waste recovery. Every year, millions of tons of old smartphones, computers, and other electronics end up in landfills or sit forgotten in drawers. These devices contain significant amounts of rare earth elements. It's literally a gold mine, or more accurately, a rare earth mine sitting in our trash. Yet today, we're only recovering about 1% of these valuable materials. 1%. That's an enormous untapped resource. We have the technology to extract rare earths from electronic waste. What we need is rapid investment in recycling infrastructure and facilities that can process this material at scale. This isn't some far-off possibility. It's something we could start doing right now with the right commitment and resources. Beyond recycling, we need to diversify our rare earth sources. Japan represents a promising opportunity that both countries have been moving far too slowly to develop. Japan has identified substantial rare earth deposits in its territorial waters, but extraction has lagged due to technical challenges and insufficient investment. The United States should be partnering aggressively with Japan and other allies to develop these alternative sources. We can't put all our eggs in one basket, especially when that basket is controlled by potential adversaries. Developing multiple supply chains with trusted partners isn't just smart economics, it's strategic necessity. Finally, we need to talk about strategic stockpiles. During the Cold War, America maintained robust reserves of critical materials to ensure we could sustain military operations even if supply chains were disrupted. Those stockpiles have been allowed to dwindle. Our rare earth reserves are inadequate for current national security requirements, let alone future needs. We need to rebuild these stockpiles immediately. This means purchasing and storing sufficient quantities of rare earth elements to support defense production during a crisis or conflict. Yes, it costs money, but the cost of not having these materials when we need them could be measured in far more than dollars. The bottom line is this: rare earth security is national security. We have a long way to go, but the path forward is clear. Prioritize rare earth supply chains at the highest levels of government. Rapidly scale up recovery from electronic waste, invest urgently in alternative sources like Japan, and renew our strategic stockpiles to protect vital defense capabilities. These aren't optional nice-to-haves. They're essential steps to protect American security and economic competitiveness in an increasingly uncertain world. The question isn't whether we can afford to take these actions, it's whether we can afford not to.